In the previous video, we connected our WooCommerce store to the Anstrex platform, and in this video, I'm going to demonstrate on how to import products from different suppliers with the help of Anstrex extension right into your store. So as you can see on the screen, the Google Chrome extension published by Anstrex has already been installed. And without much further ado, let's go ahead and start importing the products. So I'm going to first select AliExpress as my supplier. And while I'm showing you the import process, I want to highlight a few things that will be important for most of you who will be importing from AliExpress. So here I have some hoodies that I have selected. So let's go ahead and click on any one of these hoodies here. I'm going to click on the first one. And I'll let the page load here. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on the extension icon. And as you can see, the extension shows all the different fields that it has identified from the product page here. You can see the title here and then the selling price here. Now the price has been adjusted per the configuration for this particular store, where I had specified that the selling price needs to be 2 times that of the supplier price and the comparative price needs to be 4 times that of the supplier price. So these numbers have already been calculated here by the extension. It also imports the category, also imports the vendor name, and then here you have a drop down to select which store you want to import your items to. And in my case here, I'm going to select the WooCommerce store for the purpose of this demonstration. And if you intend to just import this item into just the Anstrex platform, you can have an option to select a product board, which will allow you to organize different items. Selecting this at this point is not really relevant for what I'm going to demonstrate, so I'm going to leave this as it is. But if you just want to import the items directly to the Anstrex platform without importing to the store, this feature will come in handy. Now, if you go to the description tab here, you will see that the item description already has been imported. You have a full editor here, and which allows you to edit the text the way you like it and also format the text. In this case, I'm not going to do any editing, but in most cases, you may want to make this text field a little shorter because most of the AliExpress item descriptions are extremely verbose and have too many words into it. So it's a good idea to make it shorter. And then we'll go to the next tab, which is the variants tab. This tab is important here, and it shows you 2 different variants. One is the color here and the other one is the size here. And you have the option to select certain variants and remove certain variants if you want to. In this case, we will not do anything, but in some stores, especially in Shopify, the total number of variants that you can import is limited to 100. And if you ever encounter a situation where your variant count is greater than 100, you may have to resort to removing some of the variants here. For this exercise, we are going to leave it as it is. And the last tab is the images tab, which shows you all the product images imported from this page. So let's go ahead and let's import this item directly into our WooCommerce store. And before I do that, I'll just make sure that my store has been selected here. And then I'm going to click this button, Send to my store, which will initiate the import process. And within a few seconds, you will see a message saying that the import has been successful. And at this point, we will go and check our WooCommerce store and make sure that the item has been properly imported. So in the WooCommerce store, we will select the product from the left sidebar and select all products here. So as you can see here, the item has been imported into our WooCommerce store. I can click on the item, and here you would see all the stuff that has been imported by the extension, including the images here, including the title, the description, images, and the category. Under variations, you will also be able to see all the variants that we had selected. So they are all here. Now we can go back to all products here and we can preview the product as it would look on our store. So as you can see, you have the product that has been imported here, including the title, images, etc. And you'll also have the option of choosing with different variants here. So this kind of demonstrates how easy it is to import items into your WooCommerce store using the extension. I also wanted to point out that the imported item is also visible within the Anstrex platform itself. You go over into the imported products on the sidebar and then select your store from the tabs listed here. And in this case, as you can see, the imported item is visible. And here, by clicking here, you can edit the item here as well. And as soon as you make any changes to the item here, they will be reflected onto your store, as all the changes that take place within Anstrex are conveyed to your store and are immediately updated. Let's import one more item, another hoodie. This one ships from 2 different countries, and this is something that I want to cover here on how Anstrex handles items that are being shipped from 2 different countries. So if you go here and click on the extension icon and select the variants tab, you will see 3 different variants here. One is the color, the size, and then the last variant is the ships from variant, where you have 2 options here. One is China and one is United States. Ideally, you want to select only one country for shipping purposes, most likely the closest to your store location or your clientele. In my case, that would be United States. So I'm going to remove China from here and only have United States selected here as a shipping country. So whenever you will try to fulfill these orders in AliExpress, you will automatically select the item that is being shipped from the United States and will most likely end up reaching your customer much faster than what you would get from selecting China as your shipping country. So let's go ahead and send this item to the store. And as I mentioned earlier, as soon as the importing of the item is successful, you will see a message here. By the way, you don't need to keep this window open while the import process is going on. You are free to close the window. The import still would be successful without keeping this window open. So let's go back to the store here, and I'm going to go and refresh this product screen. So we'll go ahead and click on this item here just to see what attributes have been imported here. As you can see, the title is already populated. Description is also imported directly from AliExpress with all the pictures, etc. And one thing I want to look at is the variants. So I'm going to go here and click on the variations here. And as you can see, we imported only variants that are being shipped from United States and not from China. There is an issue with this, the way we have done it here. And I'm going to show you what that issue is real quick. We'll go back and preview this item in WooCommerce. So as you can see, under the variants, you have 3 different options here. You have the color, of course, and the size. And then you have a third option which says ships from, because that's what AliExpress shows you within its data feed. And we, as a result, import this into the store itself. Now, ideally, you don't want to show this option to your customers. You really don't want to reveal where the item is being shipped from. So in order to fix this issue, what we have done here within our extension is given you the option to remove this particular variant from being imported. So let's go back to the AliExpress page again. And this time I'm going to do something different before importing the product. So I'll click on the extension icon here. And I'm going to go to the variants tab. And I'm going to, of course, remove China. And as you can see, after you have only one country left here, you have an icon here, an eye icon, which can make this variant invisible within the store itself. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to click on this, and this basically tells the extension here not to import this variant into your store. Basically, this will become invisible to your customer. However, when you place the order or when you fulfill this order, you will automatically select the item that is being shipped from the United States. So let's go ahead and import this item one more time. So let's go back to the products page in your store here, and I'm going to refresh this page. And as you can see, we have a duplicate entry for this same hoodie here. The one on the top is the most recent one. And let's go ahead and preview this one and see how different it looks from the previous import. Now here you can see the difference between the one that I showed you earlier, which had a ship from variant right below the size. And by asking the extension not to import that variant type, we have been able to eliminate that from being shown within the store itself to our customers. So now you can only see two variants, color and size. And when they place an order and when you are going to fulfill this order later on with the help of the extension will make sure that you order the item from the supplier that is being shipped from United States, not China. So this is a pretty cool feature that we have added into the extension, and this gives you a lot of liberty in terms of how to configure the extension and your store to be able to select the ship from country to whatever you like and whatever is the most appropriate choice for the store that you are creating. Now let's import one more item from another supplier. For this one, we'll just choose Banggood as a supplier here. And I'm going to go into this page which shows woman's round neck top, which we will import into the store. Again, when you click on the extension icon, you will see a modal window which basically shows you the title, category, supplier name, pricing, etc. Under description, you will have the full description that is being provided by the supplier. The variants will have the color and the size, and you will also have all the images as shown here. So we're going to go ahead and send this item to the store. While this import process is going on, we'll go to another supplier. In this case, we'll just go to walmart.com. And we'll just randomly select something. Let's just select this activewear section, and I'm going to select this hoodie from here. Okay. And again, when we click on the extension icon, we'll see that all the fields are automatically populated. Variants, images, everything is ready to go. So we are going to go ahead and send this to the store as well. So let's go back to our WooCommerce store and into the products section, and I'm going to again refresh this page. So as you can see, the last item we imported from Walmart has already been populated, and let's go ahead and check if the product is fully imported into our WooCommerce store. So as you can see, the title is imported, the description is imported, the images are imported as well, and let's just make sure that all the variants are in there. And as you can see, all the variants have been imported as well. So it looks like all the important parameters have been imported into the platform. And now one last thing I want to talk about is actually publishing these products into your store. As you can see here, the status of each product is in pending state. What that means is that this particular products are not yet visible to the visitors who are going to your site. So if I were to go to the main page of my store, I would not see any products right now. So in order to publish all these products, we can use the bulk action feature of WordPress. And before we do that, if you remember, we have two duplicate items that I created earlier, and I would like to remove one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the item that we don't want and move it to trash. Okay, so the item has been deleted, and we have 4 items or 4 products right now which need to be published. So I'm going to use the bulk action feature here and click on the edit button and apply. And I want to change the status of all these 4 products to published state. So we are going to select the published status here from the drop down menu here and go ahead and update all the products. And as soon as this task is completed, we will be able to view all the products into our store. All right, so as you can see, the pending status from all these products is now gone, and the products are now in published state. So we can go ahead and refresh the home page of our store just to make sure that all the products have been imported. And as you can see, all the 4 products that we added recently using the Anstrex extension are now fully imported into the store. So the purpose of this video was to demonstrate to you on how easy it is to import various products into a WooCommerce store from the supplier site using our Chrome extension. And I hope we are in agreement here, and we'll see you soon with a new video tutorial. Until then, cheers.